Good morning! Happy Friday! TGIF! Yeah! The weekend's here! And it's a beautiful day today. I'm all jacked up. I didn't have a great morning fishing, but I got the rod bent. I got a couple nice walleyes. I'm loving life. And it's a beautiful Friday. Beautiful! I left the dock in the dark this morning. I had to go get some fuel. Air temp was in the high 40s. Water temp out here, I'm in 25 foot of water off Constantia. And water temp is 56 degrees. We got a light east wind blowing all morning. It looks like it's got a little bit of south in it now, a little bit of southeast. It's less than 10. It's a beautiful drift. Absolutely perfect drift. One bag. I was right at 0.04 to 0.05. It was really perfect. I got out here and I had a tip from a friend of mine who caught a slammer the other day. By Oneida Lake terms, this was a big fish, 25 inches. Scott, great job. He sent me the picture of the day. I'm like, wow, and it didn't look like it was carrying a ton of weight. He said his scale, which was not the best, was set 6 pounds. He thought it was more like 5. Didn't look like it had a real heavy feed bag this summer on, but it was a gorgeous fish. Big, pretty good sized shoulders right behind his head. 25 inches. I've said it before. Anything 25 and up in this lake is big. It's big, and we've talked to people at the hatchery. Courtney and I were over there 2 springs ago doing some underwater filming in the creek when the big run was going on. And 2 of the biologists said that they take fish in the nets every spring, lots of them over 10 pounds. I think it's standard across the walleye belt. If you get a fish that's in the 30-inch class, he's right at 10 pounds, give or take. Pre-spawn, they're going to be bigger. Late fall, theoretically, they should be bigger. But they carry about 10 pounds of weight at 30 inches. So, Scott, excellent job, and that was a great fish. I don't know why I started talking about that, but I'm just all excited this morning. Tomorrow is also supposed to be an absolute gorgeous day. I'm getting a ton of people messaging me asking about where they can launch. Oneida Shores, even though they pulled the docks, you can still launch at Oneida Shores. And if you have 2 people, it's very doable without docks. Especially if you power load on a bunk trailer, it's very doable. So you can still use the ramp. They don't charge this time of year. But places with ramps, you guys can Google all your small marinas. Call first, call today, see what the process is for the morning. I know A&P's got a beautiful protected ramp, and I think they have 24-hour money box out there that you can pay. That's down on the South Shore. On the North Shore over in Johnson's Bay, you have Johnson's Bay Marina and you have Charlie's. You have the launch on the North Shore out to Godfrey Point. I would assume those docks stay in, and at least they're in right now, but there again, even if they're not, you can still launch with 2 people there, and it's always free year round. Same with South Shore down here on, on 31 in Bridgeport. You can go all the way down to Freemac, where Tony Buffa is. Their docks are in, and because he's still in the water. They have a beautiful ramp right there, so you can launch there. I'm sure there's a way to pay before or after hours. So the far east end, guys, I don't really know. I know there's multiple marinas up in the canal. Been a long time since I've launched a boat down in the far east end. So all my east end guys, put the comments below what and where you can launch down there. In the river way down on the west end, I don't know the whole situation with Bruton Boatyard. They have a beautiful ramp and places to park. I don't know what the cost is right now, nor do I know if they're allowing launching right at the moment. I've been told there's a change in ownership I don't know if it's happened or happening, so I whatever you do, call in advance before you show up in the dark tomorrow morning and find out you can't launch wherever you wanted to go. So there's my PSA for the day. That would be public service announcement. I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow whatsoever. I would love to go somewhere. I really would. I would love to go somewhere and target big giant fall smallmouth is what I would really love to do. We'll see. I got a full day today, even though it's Friday. So I'm not sure yet. I could be back out here in the morning. Not sure. 5:45. All right, I'm gonna go be productive today. I hope everybody else is too. Have a great Friday. Don't take anything too terribly seriously on a Friday because it's Friday. And oh, just around the bend, tomorrow's Saturday, and it's gonna be gorgeous tomorrow. Gonna be gorgeous. Let me know in the comments where you guys are going tomorrow. You going fishing? You going hunting? I'll tell you, the house I'm just finishing up out in Hannibal's got about a 25 or 30 acre bean field in the backyard, and I walked a little hedgerow between where this property ends and it's a pretty good hedgerow, probably 30 yards wide. I went out and walked through it yesterday. It's got a lot of sumac and little saplings. There's a couple crabapple trees mixed in. It was wet, it was windy, it was fall. I got that big whiff of the woods in my nose. And if you guys have known, if anybody out there has known me a long time, I've spent a lot of my life hunting, whether it be deer, turkey, geese, ducks, predators, upland, you name it. I haven't done nearly as much in the last couple years as I used to. And these last year especially, man, I was so into fishing out here every day, and I fished until the end of December in my boat, that I didn't want to take time away, because the days that I did go deer hunting last year, I kept thinking I should have stayed and went fishing. But that call of the wild gets me every time every year this time. And I got a big full nose now. My shoulder won't let me bow hunt this year, but I'm sure it'll let me gun hunt. I only got to pull the trigger once, and we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen when Northern Zone opens for gun, because I'll try to do afternoon hunts and still do our morning fishing report. But I can tell you right now, there are going to be days, Northern opener, Southern opener, that are just so steeped in tradition for me that I'm going to have to go. So I can always do a morning report from the tree stand, but I'm just telling everybody in advance, I hope it doesn't bum you out and everybody want to leave and go watch somebody else. But there's going to be days this fall where my morning's going to be sitting in a tree, because it's part of me. It's part of who I am, and I love to hunt. So we'll cross that bridge when it gets there. All right, everybody, have a freaking great day. Love you guys, and as always, don't let anything weigh you down, and if it does, put it down. Let it go, walk away from it. All that weight that we carry, we don't have to. Not to mean that we're not strong enough to, because we are. Just let it go, and it's amazing how free and how light you feel. So take that feeling through the rest of your Friday into your weekend. Go catch some fish, go hunting, go do something fun, go check out the leaves. I don't care what you do. Do something great. Thanks, everybody. Keep your tip up.